How's it going everyone? I'm Bean Chillin', also known as Fiber Optic Broadbean, and today, as you can see, we're going to be playing some Pikmin. I'm a pretty big Pikmin fan. I've beaten Pikmin 2 and Pikmin 3, but ironically enough, I've never actually finished Pikmin 1, so we're going to fix that today. Starting from this day forth, the Pikmin playthrough will begin, and this should hopefully force me to actually beat this game. Because I really don't know why I've never gotten around to it before, because it's a much shorter game than 2 and 3. But yeah, this is just like the typical Pikmin type of thing. Olimar crash landing onto a planet and all that, you know, all that good stuff. Dun dun, dun 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 dun. And we've made it to the impact site. Well, we didn't make it by choice, but we are at the impact site, regardless of how we got there. And, our ship has been destroyed. So the premise of the first Pikmin game is that Olimar's ship obviously has crash landed, and what we need to do is gather all of his ship parts. Now there are 30 that have been lost and scattered throughout this planet when the ship exploded, or crash landed rather. But you may be wondering how we get them, and to any Pikmin fans watching this, well, you'll know that the answer to that question will be revealed very, very soon, you know, in the very near future. As you can see, this onion, as it's been called by Olimar, has sprouted what looks to be some kind of seed. It looks like we can pull this seed out, and as you can see, we have our first friend. This is a red Pikmin, as you can see. I'm gonna call you Dave. No particular reason, but welcome aboard, Dave. So, we can chuck these Pikmin, we can send them into combat, we can do whatever we want with them, and I'm just gonna attack this little pellet over here. Dave is gonna carry it back to the onion, and what that's gonna do is, suck it up and sprout 2 more Pikmin from there. Olimar, I'm sure, will explain that in another text box now. Thank you very much for that. Any day now. These Pikmin do take a while to sprout. I don't know why they take so long, but hey, there's 3 now, so we're slowly building up an army, you know? I think there's another pellet right there, just off screen. There's 1 that needs 5 to carry, so we can't get that one yet. We will be able to very soon. I'll leave this guy to carry that one. Alright, now it's just a bit of a waiting game, so we wait for the Pikmin to carry this pellet back. Putting more on them at a time speeds up the carrying process. So if you put 2 on them, then it will be faster than putting 1. You can dismiss them like I just did by pressing C. So I'm playing the Wii version right now, which is the new play control. I'm not actually too familiar with these controls because I played Pikmin 2 on the Gamecube, and I do think I slightly prefer the Gamecube controls to the Wii ones. Maybe it's just because I'm more used to that and I'm not really as accustomed to the motion controls, but I'm sure during this playthrough I'll get used to them. Or if not, I'll force myself to get used to them. We just gotta wait for these little dudes to carry back the number 5. My guy Dave putting in the work, look at him go. So, as you can see here, we have this cardboard box with the number 10 on it. So this means that we need 10 Pikmin to push it. And very soon, once we pluck all 5 of these out of the ground, we'll have 12, which is more than enough, thankfully. So, any day now, Olimar, thank you very much. We can charge them into here. So, on the Gamecube, you charge them with the C-stick, but here it's down on the D-pad. I did kind of prefer the way the charging worked in the Gamecube one, but like this is fine too. It's a perfectly serviceable control scheme, and I'm sure the majority of people prefer it over the Gamecube style. Ah, here we go. So we've found our first ship part. I'm sure Olimar will tell us exactly what this is any moment now. Amazing, there's no mistaking it. My ship's engine rests before my very eyes. There you go. So that's the most important piece of the ship, allegedly. So we can get some Pikmin to carry it, but as you'll see, we need 20. So our little squad of 12 isn't quite going to cut it here. But luckily there's some very conveniently placed Pikmin pellets over here, so we can get our squad to carry them back. Okay, I thought that guy wasn't going to make it, but he did. Alright, we need 5 on this, lads, or just everyone. Come on, let's get 7 on here. Very good, very good. So they're going to be taking that back. We have this rock wall. So our red Pikmin can't actually break this down by ramming into it, as you'll see if I get Dave over here to demonstrate. He's just kind of slapping his head against it and it's not doing anything. So we're gonna need to find some other way to break that down in the near future. So how are these guys doing? We've got... Oh, look at that guy. He's a good team player, that guy. He went over to help his homie when he needed assistance. Alright, so when these all come out of the onion, there we go, we've got 23 on the overworld. So the first number there is the number of Pikmin you have with you in your party. The second number, 23, is how many Pikmin are currently out in the field. And the third number is how many Pikmin you have in total. So what you can actually do is dismiss a Pikmin. So as you can see, that will eventually, when he goes back in the onion, decrease the number of Pikmin in the field without decreasing the total count. But right now we have 21 with us, which means that someone has gotten lost along the way. I don't know where the missing Pikmin is. Like, apparently there's one with me right... Oh, they're stuck in the cardboard box. Good job, guys, well done. Ah, yeah, the Pikmin AI in the first game, it's not the best, but they do improve it in the future entries. Sometimes these guys will just get left behind in the dust, or get stuck in alcoves and crevices like that. But I think on the first day, it's impossible to, like, properly lose them. But later on, if you leave Pikmin in the overworld and it reaches the end of the day, then they just die. They get eaten overnight by their predators, which we'll be seeing very soon. But we don't have to worry about that for today, as our homies over here carry this engine back over to the ship, and the ship magically turns over and somehow, despite being in this still rather destroyed looking state, it's capable of flight now. I don't know how that's possible, but Olimar seems happy enough. Let's see what he says. Oh, glorious! With the help of these Pikmin, I've taken a huge step back towards home. My ship can once again lift off. The glimmer of hope is beginning to burn more brightly. But what has become of the remaining parts? That search starts tomorrow. So now, we're gonna dismiss the Pikmin. Oh, look at that, we've got Dave still with us right now. He's following us to the end. He's got a friend as well. What should we call him? Dave and Jamie. Yeah, that sounds good. Alright, let's set off. That is day 1 of Pikmin complete. So because of the low oxygen levels on the planet, we only have 30 days to gather all of these ship parts. What's Olimar saying? I have somehow managed to launch the dolphin, but I was surprised to see the onion lift off with me. So as you can see, the Pikmin are indeed following Olimar. Perhaps the Pikmin cannot survive overnight on the planet's surface, or have they merely decided to join me for other reasons? Either way, it seems that they'll help me again tomorrow. The dolphin is missing 29 parts. If I can't recover them all, I may never return home to my family at planet Hokotate. Analysis shows life support systems will function for only 29 more days. There you go. How can I repair my dolphin in such a short time? A dense forest is visible on the surface below. As it holds the keys to my survival, I'll name it the Forest of Hope. I'll explore it tomorrow. So 30 ship parts, 30 days, but hopefully we'll be efficient enough to the point where we don't need all 30 days. I'm hoping we'll get every single ship part in less than that. I don't know how much exactly, because like I said, I've never played this game to completion. But we'll see. Alright, so we've landed here in the Forest of Hope. The onion has also landed with us. My dolphin has returned to the surface, cool, so we can call our Pikmin back out. We've got 23 of them, including Dave and Jamie. So let's throw our Pikmin at this pellet over here, get this one as well. So as you can see, this onion has landed on some kind of crop circle looking thing here. But there are also 2 more crop circles, so what are the implications of that, I wonder? Let's set these guys over here on the task of breaking down this wall. Hopefully they'll get that done pretty quickly. We've got some interesting looking characters on the other side of this wall who we'll encounter very soon. Can this onion sprout these Pikmin any slower? Thank you. Okay. Oh, that guy's on the other side of the wall. Oh dear. Just, hopefully he'll be fine. I mean, he's really trying. Look at him. I'm just hoping he doesn't get eaten. Because that would be very sad, you know, the first casualty of the playthrough would just be from my own incompetence of throwing the Pikmin over the wall. But yeah, in this game, yeah, your Pikmin are very much capable of dying, and every single death, it hits you hard. You feel a deep and intense feeling of regrets for not being able to save your Pikmin. But luckily we haven't had to deal with that yet. We've got another Bulborb here, that's what these guys are called. These are like the mini Bulborbs. Alright, that's cool. We'll get 3 on here. Now, we've got even more of them here. 2 of them hanging out together. Hopefully these guys will be able to take him out without dying. Alright, good job guys, well done. Okay, that's 3 on there. 2 on there. Oh wait, 5 of them went on 1. There you go, that's the unrivaled intellect of a red Pikmin. You get on that one, you get on that one. Good job, lads. Lots of Pikmin to pluck over here. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, I'm very glad they sped up the plucking process in the future games. In Pikmin 2, they added a power-up to your whistle, which normally calls the Pikmin. But they also made it so that it can summon the Pikmin from the ground without you having to manually pluck them. The Pluckaphone, I think it was called. Okay, while these guys are carrying more pellets back, I'll send these guys off and maybe carry back that ship part. Hopefully we have enough. Let's see, how many does this need? What is this, Olimar? Tell us. Why, it's the Eternal Fuel Dynamo. It has an unlimited energy supply. I won't have to worry about saving electricity anymore. Cool. So this needs 40. Alright, you guys get on there. That should be enough. More than enough, in fact. So while those guys are carrying that back, I'm gonna call the army and get even more pellets ready. Look at that guy lying on the ground. This slacker over here. Dave would never. Maybe that's Jamie. Maybe Jamie's a little bit lazy. Dave is more of a hard worker. But between them, they make the perfect friendship dynamic. There's 1 pellet here, 1 pellet here, 1 pellet there, and another one. And another one. Okay, I'm not gonna attack this guy just yet, because I don't want my Pikmin to die. With an army of 13, I'm a bit concerned about survival rates, so I'll go in with a slightly bigger squad when I'm able to pluck some more. There we go, these guys have been able to bring the engine back. As you can see, there was a little Pikmin sprouting in the corner of the screen. I mean, that wasn't the engine, that was the Eternal Fuel Dynamo, my bad. I've now recovered 2 out of 30 parts. I always forget whether it's this area or another one that's in Smash Brawl as the Pikmin stage. I remember it's called Distant Planet actually, so maybe it's just a representation of this planet in general, the one that Olimar lands on. Okay, well those guys are taking back the pellets. I'm gonna take a gamble with my 61 red Pikmin over here. And the tactic generally in Pikmin 1 is to approach these guys from behind, not from the front. What are you doing, my guy? Okay, luckily we killed him, but yeah, you just charge him from behind, and usually that's enough to take him out. I think they take 10 Pikmin to carry? Yeah. There we go, we've got another wall to break down now, so we'll get these guys on there. Even more Bulborbs behind there, so we've got to be a little bit wary, a little bit careful. Come on lads, you can do it. Okay, there's one guy still following me, where I don't know where he is, or how he's following me, even though I cannot see him on the screen at all, but at the very least that means if the sunset hits, he won't die. Okay, how are they doing with the wall? They're not even halfway there. Okay, that's good, because we don't want them to break. Oh, okay, they're getting close. I should probably catch up to them. Yeah, because otherwise they'll break down the wall and start attacking the Bulborb by themselves, which we don't want. Okay, so now we're halfway through the day, as Olimar is explaining. We're halfway there, whoa, living on a pretty... Yeah, I'll stop. Anyway, these Pikmin are almost done with this wall. Good job, lads. Ooh, how do we do this? I kind of want to take out the big guy first to minimize any potential casualties. So you guys go for it. Oh no, the little dude's eating them. No, 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 you don't. No, so... Oh, okay. We lost a few good men today. This is tragic news. I'm not gonna let these guys carry the bulb back, because there's actually something I want to do first. As you can see here, in the ground is another onion, and we've got a yellow one this time. So no prizes for predicting what colour Pikmin's gonna come out of here. Let's plug this dude out and see. Oh, I wonder. The suspense is killing me, man. What colour is it gonna be? Yo, it's a yellow Pikmin. Who'd have thought? Yeah. So this dude, he has little ears. In this game, oh, this colour is different, but it seems to be a Pikmin nonetheless. Okay, very large ears, may weigh less than the others. So the fact that the yellow Pikmins weigh less than the other Pikmin mean that they can be just chucked higher into the air like that. And that means that you can reach higher places with them. I'm gonna take these reds back to base, just so they don't die. Excuse me, that includes you too. Yeah, because I don't want sunset to hit and then all of these guys just to die. So let me just dismiss them. I'll probably pluck all these guys later, when I can be bothered. In fact, let's put some of them back, because we're going to need some space, because you can actually only have a maximum of 100 Pikmin out at one time. So I want to leave some space to grow my yellow army a little bit. There we go, good job, my guy. So now we've got 5 of these guys. We need 10 to carry the bulb over there. So I'm gonna put 1 on here, 1 on here, and then 3 on the little guy over there. So as you can see, we have these strange looking rocks over here. And red Pikmin can't do anything with these, they can't interact. But yellow Pikmin are actually capable of picking them up. The yellow Pikmin has picked up a peculiar stone. Why did it decide to grab it? This action seems to be instinctive to the yellow Pikmin. So there are glowing cracks in these stones, as Olimar is saying. So as you see, when we throw a Pikmin holding one of these stones, it drops the stone and the stone explodes. So that stone is actually a bomb. An explosive rock. There you go. But like Olimar is saying, you do have to be careful, because these bombs will kill your other Pikmin if you're not careful. Like if you put them within the blast radius of the bomb, then they will likely die. Can I please throw the right guy? I may just have to throw everyone and whistle the dude back. There you go. So now we've taken down that bomb wall. Let's get these guys up and ready. Now we have 13, so we are capable of taking this bulb back now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, I think? That's 10? Yeah, cool. We'll put this guy on this pellet, that guy on that pellet. I said, that guy on that pellet. Excelente. Oh, there is another ship part over there. I wonder if we can get that one in time. Okay, Olimar can't attack the enemies in this game. My bad. I thought he could. Let's take out these guys here with our yellow boys. Oh no, I didn't say get killed by these guys with our yellow boys. Oh no, we've lost 2 guys. Oh no, he's still killing them. This was a big mistake. Okay, hopefully the net loss isn't going to be too big here. What is this, Olimar? Tell me, okay, we need 20. Ooh, I don't know if they're going to be fast enough to carry that back in time. We'll have to see. So the reason as to why those yellow Pikmin died is because, well, for one, I wasn't exactly commanding them in the best way possible by just throwing them headlong into that situation. But also, yellow Pikmin are weaker in combat than the red Pikmin. So the red Pikmin are actually the strongest guys we have when it comes to fighting enemies. Yellow Pikmin are still okay. They're not bad, but there are better choices. Luckily, I don't think these guys are capable of killing Pikmin. These sheer grubs, I believe they're called. Why are you carrying it through them? What are you doing? It's my whimsical radar. With this, I'll be able to see all nearby ship parts in a single glance. Perfect. I don't know why these yellow Pikmin are carrying the ship part through the enemies, but I won't question it. Okay, I'll have to keep a close eye on them to make sure that they make it back to base in time, because if you look at the sun in the top of the screen, it's almost sundown. My clock is indicating the approach of sunset, there you go. So we need to make sure that we have all of our Pikmin with us before sundown hits. There will be like a 10-second countdown to warn you when to start getting everyone back. Can we carry this dude back in time? I think if they're in close enough proximity to their own onion as well, they'll be fine. Okay, we've got 10 seconds. Okay, these guys should be fine. The guys carrying the ship part? Ooh, I don't think they're gonna make it in time. 5... 4... 3... Okay, okay, I've gotta call them in right now, otherwise they won't be able to make it back in time, but tomorrow, and the next day we'll have to get that ship part. So hopefully the yellow Pikmin who are right by their own onion will still be fine. I don't think we have to call them back to survive. Because I'm pretty sure those guys can just climb back in. We'll see very shortly, actually, because here in this cutscene, any Pikmin you didn't call back who are still left in the wild, like this poor single yellow guy over here, get picked off by the predators, which is very sad. I don't know where that yellow guy was. He was probably trying to carry something back. 2 days since impact. It appears that many of my ship's parts have landed in this region. If I can just recover the parts of my radar, I should be able to use my radar screen. Yet there seem to be many hostile lifeforms here. If I am attacked and my spacesuit takes damage, I must return to my ship, stand in front of it, and press A to heal. Cool. So as you can see, today we lost 7 Pikmin in battle, which is very sad, and 1 yellow dude was left behind. Again, a real tragedy. But we sprouted 108, so now in total we have 131 Pikmin in our army. We're gonna save, and I think that's going to be it for today. So, thank you guys very much for watching. We're going to be delving into the Forest of Hope once again in the next episode, but until then, you've been watching, and I've been chillin'.